Hello, you dear listener, and welcome to the 6th episode of the DataCentered Podcast. This week, I'm sitting here with Matthijs and Jana. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks.
And we're going to discuss some news articles that we gathered this week. But first, how are you two? How are you, Matthijs?
Fine.
Yeah, fine. No news?
No news.
Just same old, same old?
Always.
Oh, and you, Jana?
Yeah, me too. Nothing really new.
Yeah, nothing really new. How is piano lessons?
Oh yeah, I had one today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was
just
it
before,
good?
yeah. Just before you picking me up.
Cool. All right. Because we talked, I think it was the first podcast where we discussed you fixing your piano, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And does it still work?
Yes.
Yeah.
I use it a lot.
Good. Good. That's good to
How
hear.
did you break it?
It wasn't like you should watch the first podcast.
Oh, then now that I think of it, I think it might be the pilot episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can explain.
Oh yeah, of course. So the problem was that a few keys didn't work correctly, and I thought that I can just disassemble it, clean everything, and assemble it again, and it will work better than ever. But instead, another 3 keys didn't work. But I didn't really lose anything. It was really fun to do.
Yeah. But you didn't use AI to fix it, or?
How would you suggest doing that?
I don't know. She's the AI genius here.
Yeah, I used ChatGPT a little for help.
Yeah?
Yeah,
For the teardown, or just for some random information?
for random information, what materials to use, and so that I will not break the piano more.
Well, that's a good thing. All right. Let's move on to the first topic. It's a little thing for at least us Dutchies, except for Jana, of course. It's a known company called Ideal. It's a Dutch online payment system, and it's taking steps to becoming the European standard for online payments under the name Wero. Wero. Sure. It aims to compete with major players like Apple Pay and Google Pay. The initiative is driven by the success of online shopping and the desire for a unified European payment methods. All right. So I think the people in the Netherlands have been using Ideal for a long time now, and there has been this company Ideal has tried to become the European standards previously, which didn't succeed. It was in 2010. But now they're trying it again to like take on the battle with Apple Pay and Google Pay. What do you think of this?
Well, of course, a lot has changed since then.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works great, so why not?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I enjoy using Ideal. What do you think, Jana?
Well, I don't really agree. Yeah, because I had experience in other countries when I lived there. And when Apple Pay and Google Pay were not so popular, I just used my debit card credentials to pay in web shops, and they just remembered my data, etc. Yeah, it wasn't really good solution. But then Google Pay and Apple Pay appeared, and it's now like the matter of one click. And I really have no idea why would you use Ideal globally. I have really good experience in other countries because you can pay with Slovakian card in Ukraine, in France, and vice versa. But in the Netherlands, it was like the whole local system that I can't use anywhere else except in Netherlands. I can't use my Dutch bank card anywhere else in any shop. It's
You mean online for online payments?
For online payments, yeah, just for normal bank.
transactions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but that's of course why every Dutch bank supports Ideal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did use a lot of PayPal. I think it's this one for you. I did use a lot of PayPal previously, and I think that works then the same as Google Pay, because I use Google Pay on my phone to like pay at like when I'm at the supermarket or something, to pay like wireless, and I enjoy that. But I never used it for online payments. I always use or Ideal or PayPal if Ideal is not available.
Yes.
But you use Google Pay for that instead, or Apple Pay?
Yes, for international shopping, of course. But what about, like, in this Ideal, you should choose the bank, right?
Yeah.
How would you do that, like, globally? Of course, it's possible in the Netherlands, like, when you choose just from, like, 10, 20 banks, how the system will be universal if you need to choose the bank? It's not so universal then.
Well, for first, I think there because Ideal is not leaving the Netherlands or anything. It's not going to be known as Ideal in Europe. It's going to be known as Wero, and it's a new thing. And I think they will have probably a slight of change, because I agree they would have to, because usually you would have to select your own bank in a list of Dutch banks, and then you would have all the banks in Europe, which were there probably like a couple hundred maybe, or even more. That would be a bad thing, but I'm sure they would think of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But how would you then compete with Apple Pay, Google Pay, if it's just the same?
Well, I also could imagine that it could just be changed, like. Currently every bank provides its own integration with Ideal, right?
Yeah.
And usually you have to select your bank because they need to know what provider to use. But if Ideal would also incorporate that part of it,
yes,
then of course a selection wouldn't be required at all.
Turn off your phone, Jana. You could have answered it, and we would have him on the podcast.
Yeah,
it's an alarm.
Maybe called back.
Oh, it's an alarm. Oh, well, too bad. It's an alarm. All right. So you usually wake up at this hour?
Yes.
Oh, yes. All right. Good to know. I'll tell your boss that you're not active until, what time is it now?
3.
3. Yeah, it's 3. No. Then you know. All right. It's that's a good thing. But tracking back to our actual topic, I agree with what you say. If they manage to, because it's all about convenience, right? It's all about what's the most easiest thing to use. And of course, I think there are certain reasons why you would prefer using a European platform instead of, an American platform. But I don't think that the regular consumer cares.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, as a regular consumer, I really like Google Pay and Apple Pay, and I will not really switch.
But how regular are you really? Because when we're in these professions in the IT, then I already think there's a lot of difference between IT people and a lot of other people when it comes to adopting technologies.
Yes, of course, if it will be more convenient for some reason, maybe. But I just can't even imagine what they can do so advanced that I will like.
To be more convenient than Google Pay or
Apple.
Just
what's not convenient about Google Pay. That's what I'm talking about.
I never used it for online payments, at least.
Of course, that might be a reason why they say they want to just be a European version of that. They want to be similar to it, not better. Because maybe they feel like that is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Independence is a good reason. If they can compete, that's nice.
Yeah.
but
they should also, of course, Apple Pay is integrated with your iPhone.
yeah,
Google Pay is integrated with your Android phone,
and
and it all works natively, of course.
So then Ideal is not native.
Yeah,
So it will be very hard to get people to use it.
I think it has one big advantage because, of course, the European rules about keeping data and stuff like that becomes more and more complex every time.
Oh yeah, of course.
So if you have a European provider for such things, you know they already have to adhere to that. Well, the European part is not just one small part of the whole operation.
Yeah, indeed. Maybe they will limit rules so bad that we will not be able to use Apple Pay and Google Pay anymore.
Well, I don't think it should be that you can't even use it. I mean, it should always be available as a choice.
Yeah. However, we can see that a lot of American companies start to adhere with European rules as well because they really want this market.
Yeah.
So
it's a very important market.
Yes, and also even I think they even place servers in Europe, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, they do, but how much of the actual transaction is physically done on European ground?
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Yeah, that's very hard to say. It's
And another issue is as well how much trust is there still in the American companies here?
Yeah. You mean in Google and Apple?
I think currently the trust is fine, but will that remain? Because it's probably going up and down.
Yeah, of course. All depends on politics, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I feel like it's the same thing that could happen with like the gas prices in Europe, which gone up because of the sanctions to Russia, and I'm kind of afraid that if we keep outsourcing certain services, that it would depend on them too much.
Yeah, that's true. Independence is very important.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think Ideal currently is just a useful, nice platform. And well, why not expand? And well, as far as I care, just see if it works.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yes, I partly agree.
You're still not convinced?
Yes.
Well, you're probably not going to use it then anyway. So.
Of course, I will use it if it will be a strong competitor to others.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. They didn't provide any point of being better than others.
Yet. Yeah. But I think it still remains to be seen how this project will eventually look like and how it will be integrated. So yeah.
I don't think it even needs to be better.
No, I don't think it needs to be better. It just needs to compare at least.
And convince users to switch to it, because you will not be able to explain to non-Dutch people why would you use it.
Yeah. I think for Dutch people that's of course pretty easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we already had a lot of years with it.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll see where this idea will how it will evolve.
Yes.
Right?
Interesting.
So, interesting indeed. The next thing is also I think pretty interesting. And it's also kind of sort of Dutch news, but I think it's funny for the entire world. Everybody I'm not sure if everybody knows this supermarket. There's a supermarket chain called Aldi.
Yes.
And I think it is from German origin, but it's also I think it's across Europe in a lot of different countries. Yeah. In a few countries. Their Dutch brand will now feature AI-generated voices in its TV and radio ads, replacing human voice actors. I think it's really funny.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's the question. Why not?
Well, I have a point.
Yeah.
So firstly, I thought that it's very nice that they will save some money so that they will be able to improve their disappointing products.
Oh.
But then I listened to the voice generated by AI, and I was really disappointed because honestly, it sounds like the person of this generated voice is like smoking that much, like 100 cigarettes a day.
Oh wow!
Did you hear that voice?
Yeah, I listened to it. But this voice is generated using, I think, 10 employees of the company. And it was like a blend together of this of the voices. But I thought it was really funny because I had this announcement video for it, where they told the Dutch audience from why it would be better, and they were like, an AI voice doesn't get sick. It doesn't need 3 days, and it was like a complete roast of the previous voice actor. You know, he would be like listening. Yeah, of course I was sick this one time.
That really sounds like we're comparing beer to women.
Yeah.
But I listened to voices of those actors. They were fine, but then the generated voice, it was like very strange and too robotic and too smoked voice.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe you don't like this version then, but let's say they actually have a decent voice.
Yeah, of course, no problem with that. I just don't see a point why they promoted this first version right away.
Well, I mean, I think they have a habit of promoting products that aren't really up to standard.
I think it could be worse. But
yeah, that's true. Of course, it could be worse. But
I also think when you look at marketing and commercials and stuff like that, what do you really want of a voice?
Trust.
Trust, but do you need a person for that, for the voice, or do you care about the words that are being spoken instead of the voice itself?
I think the voice has a lot of impact in how it's
perceived.
How it's perceived. Yeah.
It should be pleasant. It should be pleasant, and just you
like warm, welcoming.
Yeah, you just need to be attracted to this voice and to want to listen to it.
No.
Yeah,
it's very important.
It should speak to the audience, really. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if you turn on meditations, you will not listen to a random person voice. I think.
No.
It's like I tried it, but it's really the matter of choosing like the voice that you like. You will not be able to relax on random voice, and the same, you can't be attracted to any voice.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting topic.
Yeah, but is this the first step, or is this the first job that's it would be gone in the future? Being voice actor.
I actually wouldn't really be that surprised because that really gets easier and easier to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, copywriters, I think, were the first ones.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we talked about it last, I think, a couple of episodes back. At least there was some bank or some insurance agency that's replaced its entire department with just AI checking. I think they just keep checking claims or something. I'm not sure. But,
right. Yeah.
And it was like they could downsize this department by 90% or something. It was insane. All these poor people. And I think that of course is kind of a thing. I think the development of AI is pushing more jobs out of the market, and there are not enough coming in. At least not at a fast pace, just as fast.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a danger.
I think new jobs are coming, but people are not that adaptable to catch up that quick.
Yeah. I think especially people past a certain age, when they like usually have like their this is my career and this is what I do for the rest of my life. Then you're really stuck.
Yes.
I feel like, and I think if people are afraid of losing their jobs to AI, then focus on this AI part and actually learn about it and maybe familiarize yourself with it. And I think only that way is how you can keep your job.
Yes.
If you
Well, I can understand that worry because
absolutely.
If that's all you know and maybe all you want to know, then it wouldn't be nice. But then again, change is always happening. Just look at the start of using computers everywhere.
Yeah.
How many jobs that took.
Yeah, of course.
So you always have the same situation, and there's always something new to improve stuff. And improvement often isn't an improvement for everyone.
Yeah, true. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the change is also to be done in education, because I think a lot of educational institutions teach us to be very narrow specialists in only one field and not to be flexible. And I think that's the point where they should focus on now.
Yeah, I agree. And also, do not be afraid of AI.
Yeah, just keep up.
Yeah, just keep up. Just do it. All right. I think that's it for this topic, right? Or do you have anything to add? No.
I think it's very a nice technology because, for example, we can also replace audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
Do
you?
Audiobooks, voice actors.
Yeah.
Weren't we already thinking about replacing Erik Jan here?
Yes. I can tell you, I did make a AI voice of my own voice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was much better than LG's one.
Than my own one.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Welcome on the show, Jana. Thank you. No, but I do agree with you. My English is way better. There was this program where you could send in a 10-minute clip or like a minute clip of your voice, and then it would copy your voice, and you can speak all the languages, and it would just use your voice. So it was really funny because I talk English in a certain way and a certain level. Because it's not my native language, but this AI doesn't care, and it would just put your. I would speak like it was my native language, so I would have like a British accent or something. Yeah. It was really funny.
That may eventually make speaking to an international audience a lot easier because you can just record your stuff in your native language.
Yeah.
But it can change images with it as well, right?
Yeah. It does. At least this one program. I use it to be able to translate certain messages from to individual customers, so that they would get a personalized message, and it would be in their language. So it would maybe we played along with it a bit, but eventually it didn't really work out. But yeah, it was really fun to play with, and I spoke a bit of Chinese. I spoke a bit of Ukrainian, and I think it was really pretty good, right?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, it was fun. So I think this is an example of cooperating with it instead of working against it. Yeah. Although I think certain voice actors will not lose their jobs for movies. Or something, games maybe even.
Sometimes you also just want the voice of someone that's already popular to actually assign a name to you.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. But it's also a really creative process as well.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot
emotions,
of emotions. I'm sure you're not very familiar with those, Jana, but those emotions, but. Yeah, I think that there is an art to it. Absolutely, it's not easy. especially doing like multiple different voices.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for these people.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like acting, but with your voice only.
Yeah, generated voice is a little cold.
Yeah, it's cold, and of course it would work for like a supermarket ad, I guess.
Yeah.
Such a person who is telling, well, this is the deal of this week, 2 for 1, or something, and that's it. But if you really want to have like an exciting or like a dramatic voice, then I think humans are still the way to go. And also, I think especially if you can notice it, and you sort of can still, it becomes so like non-personal.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think that's what the Aldi will notice as well, is that I don't think a lot of people will like this.
Yeah. I have one story. I started to cooperate with one British company, and they promised me a call.
Yeah.
So they called me one day, and I'm like, oh, British number calls me. That's so weird. That might be a robot. And I'm like, oh, hello. And she starts to speak with me with a very clear British accent. I was so sure that it was a robot, and she was trying to make me pay for something. I was about to to break the call.
Yeah.
But it turns out it's a real person.
So you thought it was a scam, but it wasn't.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's bias.
Yeah, that's bias.
Professional bias.
Yeah, your voice is too perfect. It doesn't it doesn't make sense. Well, yeah.
I'm especially hired for that, and
Yeah.
now it's too much like
Overqualified, I guess
Yeah,
you could call that.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next topic. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's about the founder of. No, it's not the founder, but at least the current owner of Tesla, the auto company. Elon Musk believes that by the end of 2025, AI will surpass human intelligence, sparking reactions and even offers of multi-million offers of multi-million bets to prove it won't. So how much would you bet that AI is smarter or isn't smarter by the end of 2025?
how much brain trauma does the human have?
Yeah, does Elon Musk have, you mean?
No, the human to compare to.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. No, I think it's compared to humanity as a whole.
Okay, so the average.
No, I wouldn't think average. More, just like general us as a species.
Because of course, when he says something, it's pretty much a pretty wild claim. But what are the borders at which you can decide
well,
if it's actually...
What's the battlefield? Yeah, I don't know. It's but I guess you could say the smartest human. I think that's a fair claim, but even the smartest human doesn't know everything that humanity knows. So.
And I think he likes to tell a lot about any proofs. But here, I think another multimillionaire bet his bet, and he told that the definition of smarter, he would bet if this AI will be able to beat every human in their domain.
Yeah.
Every human in their domain. So that means, I think, general AI. Basically, he just bets that we will find a general AI in 1 year.
Yeah, it's like 1 year.
But he just.
I also wonder how you would measure the intelligence of it. What is smart? Does it involve creativity as well? Or just calculating stuff?
Yeah.
Because humans are very poor in calculating stuff.
Yeah. We are very good at making stuff that does calculating very well, I guess.
Yeah, well, the creative aspects of it are, of course, a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And could you measure that?
Yeah, I think, well, of course, we do have like IQ tests and everything, but even that is very subjective on where you come from and what's like generally known in your living area. It's also really I cannot speak English anymore. Susceptible to change. So, yeah, I think of course it's a wild claim, and I guess he likes to do that nowadays, which I think is a shame because I do feel like he is a very intelligent person, or at least he knows a lot, and I think he can figure things out quite well. But I feel like he's just gone mad.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, of course, at first, if you make some wild claims once in a while, then it's not a big problem. You get some publicity over it.
Yeah. It seems like he's got addicted to this publicity.
Yeah. He told recently that there is a 10 to 20% chance that AI will wipe humanity.
Yeah, that's just...
So I think it's just his job now to do wild claims.
Be controversial. Yeah.
And it's just he could tell that. Oh well, I bet that we will discover a general AI in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he
will never follow up on it anyway.
Yeah.
So and also $2 million is nothing for him anyway. So
I would support that claim on one point. I do think AI will cause problems
for humanity. You mean?
Yeah, because it's something new to adjust to.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we would be in any physical danger, though.
No, me neither.
No.
But you just like your job, I think we should learn to live with it, yes. and not against it. I think then, as long as you're like, well, maybe a bit ahead of this curve, I think you could come out at the end and improve your life like a lot.
Yes.
Eventually, but it does take a lot of development still.
Yeah, sure. I think,
and it's not in 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just a very special skill to take the responsibility. And for example, for that current moment, I'm not going to develop anything really dangerous. There are certain people that can take this responsibility. Okay, you're welcome, but I'm not.
Yeah. So, when would you expect on a general AI being as smart as a human?
Well,
what time frame
will it ever be?
Yeah, will it ever be? Yeah,
I think maybe. Why not? If human can do something, why can't a machine?
I'm also wondering, we're always trying to compare that AI to a human, but is that something we would actually want? Because isn't it way more useful if it's not?
Yeah.
Because humans can already do human stuff.
We are comparing AI to human because the structure of the brain is the same. Of AI and
like the neural links, right?
Yeah. So basically, I believe that with supercomputers we can simulate human brain, and we can simulate human brain that strong that it will do everything. Because if the human can be a good doctor, why can't machine with the same brain, but maybe even faster and more accurate, do the same
without emotion?
Oh.
It might be a good doctor, even a good surgeon, depending on the technology. But should you still compare it to a human? Would it be the same as a human, or would it be, for that use case, something better?
I think it's just a baseline.
Yeah.
For every model you create in machine learning, you need a baseline. And basically for predictions, it's just repeating last day. Like you just copy paste last day to tomorrow, and it's your baseline of the model. If your model does worse than this, then your model is bad. So if the AI does worse than the human, then this AI is not that good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh well. I guess we can wrap this up. I think we've been going on for a little too long, but it's okay. I think we'll see.
I have something to cut, anyways.
Yeah, I have something. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. I think it was a very interesting topic, and I kind of didn't really want it to end, but we have to, I think, just for time's sake. And so I want to thank you both for attending this podcast and helping me get through the episode and providing valuable insights. So thank you to both of you, Jana and Matthijs. And I want to thank the listener as well. If you're sitting in your car right now or watching a YouTube video, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments or questions or whatever, just you can drop them in the comments on the YouTube video. So thank you very much again for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode next week. Bye.